Shanks' real name. Rocks.D.Shanks theory. Hi guys, here is Yui, the laboratory director. You know, in One Piece, understanding parent-child relationship is surprisingly important. For example, Dragon, the first-place revolutionary army, is actually Luffy's father, and Garp, the navy, is Luffy's grandfather. Furthermore, the Pirate King, the Goldie Roger, turned out to be father of Ace, who is Luffy's brother-in-law, and that fact became the trigger of the Sami War. Other than that, Kaido and his son Yamato have been drawing fans' attention for their parent-child relationship. Thus, you see the parent-child relationship is given importance in recent One Piece stories. Shanks, by the way, is one of the key characters in One Piece. Could possibly be the son of someone. That person is Rocks.D.Shanks. In this video, I'm gonna explain in detail about the relationship between Shanks and Rocks. Stay tuned. Rocks. Rocks.D.Shanks is the captain of Rocks Pirates and believed to have existed 40 years ago. Rocks is the greatest enemy of the Pirate King Goldie Roger and had been the legendary great pirate who had held the supremacy among the whole pirates groups until Roger emerged. Rocks Pirates was formed by some crews gathered for one money-making scheme on that pirate island called Hachinosu 40 years ago. They were the famous Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, and Shiki the Golden Lion. Later on, when the ambition to become the world king, Rocks caused a number of incidents furiously like a terrorist, which urged the government to cover up what happened. However, the Rocks Pirates was destroyed in the God Valley incident, which happened 38 years ago. Afterwards, although the news was reported all over the world, the story wasn't passed down or left no trace of its existence because government covered up the fact, and the crews at that time were hostile to each other by trying to kill. Rocks is Shanks the father, and here's why. So why could that legendary pilot be Shanks the father? Well, there are two good reasons. First one is God Valley incident and his age at the time. His current age is 39 years old. God Valley incident is the event in which Rocks Pirates was defeated. It was taking place on the island called God Valley. Rocks Pirates fought to protect world nobles and their slaves. However, they were defeated after the battle against Roger and Garp, who formed an alliance there. Since then, God Valley vanished without a trace. The incident occurred 38 years ago, which means Shanks was 1 year old at the time. That brings our attention to One Piece manga, SBS from volume 99. In chapter 966, Roger and Rady are carrying Momonosuke and Hiyori, saying, "It's been a while since I carried a baby, reminded me of my old days." In a column, to a fan's question, whose baby did he carry in his old days? Not so many women seem to be on board on Roger's ship. Then the author Oda answered, "Really? Did he say such a thing? He shouldn't." Well, just skip that part. Don't mind. You see, definitely Oda's trying to dodge the question, which probably means there is something important hidden as a secret. Perhaps the baby mentioned here, who was on Rocks Pirate's ship, would have been baby Shanks. Then it would have been Roger who saved that innocent child. Or just like Roger who left his son Ace to Garp, Rocks might have left his child to Roger. The second reason is the name Shanks. In One Piece, many character names have their origins from various real things, events, or pirates. For example, there was a pirate from Britain who was being active around West Indies and East Coast of North America. His name was Edward Teach or Edward Thatch, and people call him Blackbeard. In One Piece, you see some character names surely drew some inspirations from this Blackbeard who actually existed. There is Marshall D. Teach, known as Blackbeard, Thatch, the former Division Commander 4 of Whitebeard Pirates who obtained the first Yami Yami fruit, and Edward Newgate, known as Whitebeard. In fact, Shanks could be originated from a word as well. One of his visible features is his red hair. Red hair can be translated to French as pool. Seems like Rocks might have been red-haired as well. Meanwhile, there's a woman named Shakuyaku, known as Shaki, is rumored to be a former crew of Rocks pirates. She is an owner of the bar in Sabadi Archipelago called Shaki's Ripple Bar. She used to be a pirate and had been active before the rise of Grey Pirate era and often targeted by Gotham. Now that she retired as pirate 40 years ago and settled to the current job, being targeted by Goth tells us that she is highly skilled as pirate. In fact, at her first appearance, she defeated a thug who's much bigger than her, yet looked unconcerned. In SBS Volume 90, a fan questioned about Shaki. So, pirates? 4 years ago? God, these make me think of Shaki. Is there a special connection between Shaki and the Rocks? Oda responded, how could you remember those mentioned back in 40 volumes before? I'm not sure really. Tutu. Once again, he is acting awkward. There should be some sort of relationship between Rocks and Shanks. Surely Shaki couldn't be more than just a pirate crew for Rocks. But here's the thing. If you combine the name Shaki and Rocks, that becomes Shanks. Think about it. Shanks could have been a child between Rocks and Shaki. Shanks. If we assumed Shanks is Rocks' son, that means Shanks would be from D-Clan. D-Clan is regarded as an enemy for world nobles, but Shanks is allowed to talk to World Supreme Authority 5 Elders. In One Piece chapter 907, they had a conversation like this. You shouldn't get involved in the government now, it's time for levity. We made time since it's you, said 5 Elders. Then Shanks replied, I'd like to talk about a pirate. We made time since it's you. Sounds like 5 Elders treat Shanks with great care. However, why would 5 Elders treat Shanks nicely if he's from D-Clan? That can be explained if we assume he's Rocks' son. If they both have Rocks on their minds, when Shanks said I'd like to talk about a pirate, that explains why 5 Elders would have been willing to listen to him. Also, if 5 Elders had known that Shanks is Rocks' son, it's natural for him to say the lines I made time since it's you. In chapter 907, God praised Rocks by saying, until Roger emerged, it was definitely the era of his pirates, and that tells us how much he admires Rocks. Not only 5 Elders, there's another one who treated Shanks nicely. That is Goldie Roger. Roger handed over his straw hat to Shanks in chapter 967. Note that the straw hat is a very important item in the stories. On Roger's ship, Buggy was also on board, as well as Shanks as a trainee. As they were kids, there shouldn't have been a big gap between their powers. But why the straw hat was handed over not to Buggy, but to Shanks? Well, there could be a special reason for Shanks, like being the son of Rocks or something. Alright, that's it for today. Shanks and the Rocks are such mysterious characters, so once we find out about their connection, that would solve a lot of mysteries at once. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Once again, I'm Yui, presented as the Love Letter Director, and see you next time.